While I was abroad, I discovered some misconceptions that Moroccans had about Americans, as well as some misconceptions that I had about Moroccans. To start off, there was one conversation that I had with a local Moroccan in Tangier on a beach, of all places. And he had, I think, heard me speaking English, but he asked me where I was from, and I responded in Arabic that I was American. And so right off the bat, I had kind of taken him by surprise by showing that an American could speak Arabic. But then he went on to kind of scoff at me, and he said, "Oh, you're probably rich then," which definitely took me aback, just because he was making an assumption about me. And he even asked me if I owned a gun, because he'd heard about mass shootings in the US due to US gun laws. And I was extremely surprised to hear him say these things, partially because he didn't know anything about me except that I was American. And also, I was surprised to hear that he knew about these political issues in America. I definitely had wrongly assumed that he would be unaware of these kinds of things. And so this conversation was a really great opportunity to overcome these kinds of assumptions that we had about each other. I responded by telling him that yes, Americans do often enjoy a high standard of living, but then I went on to kind of tell him about the issue of poverty and that it is a real problem in the US. And I also told him about my views about gun laws and gun rights and gun violence in the US within the broader dispute, and actively listened to his side of things. And then after that, we probably talked for about 30 minutes in Arabic, which was really an incredible opportunity for me. It was near the end of my program. I was super excited to be able to use my language to talk about such important topics. But then at one point, he asked me what I thought about this controversial political issue in Morocco of the Western Sahara wanting to gain independence. And I was pretty embarrassed to have to admit that I didn't really know anything about that. That I wasn't as informed about Moroccan politics as he was about American politics. But I asked him, what his opinion about it was, and to kind of get some background from him. And so I hope that I will always remember this conversation as a really productive opportunity for us to both kind of overcome the assumptions that we'd made about each other, and to teach each other about the politics in our country, about the diversity within our own countries, and about the different issues that each of our countries face.